All right, everybody, check this out. This beautiful bike is the latest addition to Velotric's e-bike lineup. It's called the Packer 1, and as you can see, it's a cargo bike with tons of features. So let's get into it. The Packer 1 is a Class 2 e-bike, which means you can do 20 miles an hour via the thumb throttle or your 5 levels of pedal assist. Now, this does have a torque sensor, which is pretty awesome, and you can unlock this bike to get up to 25 miles an hour. Velotric claims that the Packer 1 will do 45 miles via throttle only or 52 miles using the pedal assist. I have a feeling that doesn't mean that that's the mileage they had with a load on the back. This bike only comes in one size, and it's made to handle riders that are 5'3" to 6'6". It also comes in two colors, this sky blue version that I have here and indigo gray. The Packer 1 sells for $19.99, but if you purchase this bike from now till the end of July, you'll get $200 off and you can get it for $17.99. The Packer only weighs 75 pounds, which is pretty amazing considering that it has a maximum payload capacity of 440 pounds. But wait, there's more. This back cargo area on its own can hold 176 pounds, which is the most that I have seen on a cargo bike so far. This bike is also equipped with Apple Find My. So if you have an Apple phone, you can connect it to your Find My app and you'll be able to track your bike wherever it goes. Apple's Find My app is so secure that neither Apple nor Velotric can see the items that you have in your Find My app. Now, since this is a cargo bike, you can do multiple things. Velotric has multiple accessories and attachments that you can add to your bike to include front basket, rear basket, large or medium, passenger footrest, the Packer 1 seat pad, passenger handrail, and child safety balustrade. The Packer 1 has a 750 watt rear hub motor. It does have a peak of 1200 watts and 75 Newton meters of torque. The transmission is a Shimano 8-speed transmission. It has the Shimano Altus derailleur and my favorite, trigger shifters. Velotric always has excellent brakes that they put on their bikes, but this Packer 1 has a 4-piston hydraulic brake system on it. It has 180 millimeter rotors. It also has that same setup on the rear of the bike. So I'm pretty excited about how this bike is going to stop and how it's going to handle. Velotric understands how important today's world is with these batteries and the electronics. That's why the Packer 1 has two UL certifications. One is for the electronics itself, and the second is for this battery. This integrated battery is a 14.4 48 volt 662 watt hour battery. It's integrated, it matches the bike itself. I think it looks pretty sharp. Charging the bike can never be easier. You can leave it on the bike and charge it from this charging port right here, or you can take your key, you can remove it from the lock over here. We're going to remove it. It pops out super easy, and you can take it out and charge it in your home. It comes with a 54 volt 3 amp charger, which makes it super fast. To charge this bike up should only take about 4 to 5 hours. When it comes to the Packer 1, Velotric uses their proprietary VeloPower H75. It combines the power of the torque sensor along with the 750 watt rear motor, pulling power from the battery, providing more power, more distance, and a very smooth, comfortable ride. The Packer 1 has a suspension front fork. It's hydraulic. It has 80 millimeters of play. You can adjust the rebound on it. You can also lock it in or out depending on your riding situation. When it came to the Packer 1, Velotric thought of everything. They're like, if we're going to put a lot of weight on this bike, we want to make sure that the handlebars is way up here, but we need to put a bigger tire on the front. So what they did is they put a 26-inch tire here on the front. It has 2.4 width. It is a street tire type tread on it, but in the back, it's 20 inches by 3, so it's 3 inches wide. Also has the same tread on it, so you have a wider tire on the back and lower, a bigger one up here on the front, which should provide a lot of security when you have a load on it. Let's take a look at the Packer 1, what I call the glove box. As you can see, you can put a 3-number combination here. It works just like airport luggage where you can lock it and make sure things are secure. If you have like a cable lock or something, you can put that in here, or some extra tools. It has this right here where you can put something in there, store it, move it around, zip it back up, and use a 3-number combination to make sure it's secure. Since this bike is made to have passengers on the back, it has this shroud to protect little feet from going into the rim and catching on the spokes. It has a really nice wooden, basically base support where you're going to set your attachments together with, but I really like how it looks. Additional features of this bike include what I call the famous Velotric seat, because I seldom have to switch out the seats when it comes to the Velotric bikes. You have a quick release right here. You have plastic fenders, you have plastic pedals, a double kickstand, and an adjustable stem. Cockpit Operations. Now, I am a huge fan of the grips that Velotric uses. It's just the right type of rubber that it's on his. It's loose enough. It's single locking, which is great. Right here is your front brake lever. Here is your thumb throttle. And here is your control pad. To turn the bike on, we're just going to hold down the power button. The bike will fire up. As you can see, the display is single color, but it is super easy to see. I've used these on some other Velotric bikes, and I'm totally fine with it because I know that whether it's bright sun or cloudy like it is today, you can always see that display. To move up in the different pedal assist levels, where you're going to hit the plus button, and then here's the minus button. This bike does have a headlight and a tail light with an integrated brake light into it. To turn the bike on, we're just going to hit the power button. The bike will fire right up. As you can see, it is just a black and white display, but the way that it is set up makes it super easy to read everything, and no matter how bright it is outside, you're not going to have an issue seeing this. So let's go through on how it works. To go through the pedal assist, you're going to hit the plus button or the minus button, and that'll take you all the way through the 5 levels right there. If you want to turn on the headlight, well, it's right here. So when you hit that button, the headlight comes on, the screen dims, the tail light comes on, and also that tail light is a brake light. Look, this is how proud they are of their UL certification. They put it right on the bike so that you know. To turn the headlight off, you're just going to hit that button right there, and it turns it right off. Now, if you want to look through the different parts of the menu, well, you're just going to hit this I button here in the middle. As you can see, it's on a trip setting right now, so we've got 0 trips on it. There's your overall odometer. This bike has 8 miles on it because I took it in to get flat out to make sure the brakes were to make sure everything was adjusted. From there, it's going to give you your average miles per hour, your max miles per hour, the time that you were on the bike, calories burned, and the amount of power that's coming out of the battery, which is a feature that I'm probably going to be using later. From there, it shows you how many volts we have going, and then it goes back to the normal. As mentioned before, this bike is available to be unlocked to take it up to 25 miles an hour. I will be doing that. On the right-hand side, you have another grip with a palm rest on it. Here is your rear brake lever, my favorite trigger shifters to shift up in gear. Well, you're just going to hit that button. I'm sorry, to shift down in gear, you're going to hit that button. And then in the back, to shift up in gear, you're going to hit that one. And you also have a bell. Now, I'm about ready to do some real-world testing with this bike and show you guys what this bike can do. But first, I'm going to go ahead and put the Velotric rear basket on here so that I can put some real weight on this bike to see how it does. This is what the bike looks like with the rack on the back. I think it looks really, really nice, but we're going to see how well I can hook stuff with my hooks and my bungee cords and my cargo net. So we're going to find that out during this review. I have added my Foldy lock, which I use on all my bikes. I love that thing. This is a light that I've been testing out by Magic Shine, and I really like it because, number one, this tells you how much battery is left on this with a bar and a meter. And it has a ton of different settings. And on the very end, we've added my half-knee bar end mirror. Here we are riding it with 0 power to the bike. So it's going pedal assist 0. And I put it down into 6th gear. And we're doing, what, 10, 11 miles per hour with that. I'm pretty comfortable doing it. The seating position on this bike is super nice. I'm sitting up nice and straight. The bike doesn't even feel that heavy, and I have my camera equipment on the back strapped on because with it being like 86 today and humid, well, we're gonna put it back there until I put some cargo on there, and then I'll have to put it on my back. Now, I do want to let you know this bike is unlocked. I did unlock it, so it should go up to 25 miles an hour. The throttle, I don't know. I don't know if the throttle's going to lock out at 20 or if it's going to go all the way up to 25. But you know what? Let's go ahead and find that out first. I'm just going to pull over right here. My 2 seconds of shade. We have pedal assist 1. We're going to do throttle only, and let's see how fast it goes just on pedal assist 1. So it has a slow takeoff, so it's not jerking you forward. At least on pedal assist number 1, it's not. See how fast we're going to max out at here. I mean, we're still climbing. Okay, so it looks like 12.3 miles an hour on pedal assist 1. Let's kick it into pedal assist 2. That was a gentle push forward. I mean, I think it makes sense that this bike is more gentle than aggressive, considering that you're probably going to have loved ones on the back at some point, or if you have a lot of cargo, you definitely want to make sure that it's not jerky. We're at 14.9 in pedal assist 2, pedal assist 3. Now we're starting to push forward. In pedal assist number 3, we're doing 18 miles an hour, which is a nice, comfortable speed. Let's hit it in pedal assist number 4. Oh, now we're starting to pick up. Okay. So we're going to go faster than 20 miles an hour via the throttle. Looks like pedal assist number 4 is going to take you at 21 miles an hour. Let's go ahead and kick it into pedal assist number 5. And it looks like the throttle is going to take us all the way up to right under 25 miles an hour. We're at 24.9. Let's go ahead and see what pedal assist does. We are in pedal assist number 1. We're doing pedal assist only. We're not using throttle. And I have it in gear 6. And we are just cruising comfortably at 12 miles an hour using pedal assist. Let's see what pedal assist number 2 does. Well, we're going to kick it up a gear. Now we're in gear 7. And we're right at 15 miles an hour, 14.9, 15 miles an hour on pedal assist number 2, pedal assist number 3. Ooh, I need to kick it up in gear here. Oh, there we go. That feels nice. Pedal assist number 3, gear 8. We're cruising at 19 miles an hour. It bounces around, but it's high 18s and 19. All right, so let's go to pedal assist number 4. Felt the kick forward again. The kick forward's smooth, guys. Okay, I feel like I'm almost ghost pedaling at pedal assist number 4. We're doing 21 miles an hour. You know, I know if you don't unlock this bike with it having 8 gears, you're probably going to have 0 ghost pedaling. All right, let's go ahead and put it into number 5. And let's go. Let's go. Yeah, and pedaling, I mean, it's not ghost pedaling. I was right at the edge. It's like you're kind of ghost pedaling, you're kind of not. So, I mean, I was like right teetering on the edge, but you can do 25 miles an hour using pedal assist on this bike. I know some people like to, test them right out of the box, but for me, if it's made to be unlocked, I'm gonna unlock it. Hey guys, I know I'm hopping in the video, but here's the deal. It's been a couple days since I have reviewed this bike, and I know you're just now seeing the video, but I just got done reviewing its little brother, the Go 1, and I ended up doing part of it. I did some of the testing in class 2, and did it without it being unlocked. I know that in the video, I talk about how this bike would probably ride well if it was in class 2. Well, we're gonna go ahead, I'm gonna test it out, and then we're gonna hop back into the video. So at the very end, when I talk about it, just know that you're gonna know what I know about class 2 and how it rides being locked. The bike is locked. So it's locked at 20 miles an hour. We have it in pedal assist 1. We're gonna use throttle only, and let's see how it does. Looks like 9 miles an hour is gonna be your top speed in pedal assist number 1. Let's go ahead and hit it in pedal assist number 2. Not much of a difference there. You can barely feel it pull forward. You're at 11 miles an hour in pedal assist number 2. Hitting pedal assist number 3, yep, now we're picking up speed a little bit, and you can feel it pull forward, and it puts us right under 15 miles an hour. All right, pedal assist 4, 16.9. It's like it's afraid to give me solid numbers. And then pedal assist 5 should take us all the way up to 20 miles an hour. All right, here we go to do the pedal assist only test. We're in pedal assist number 1. The bike is locked. And here we go. I kicked it down into gear 4. And you can comfortably ride at 10 miles an hour in pedal assist number 1. Pedal assist number 2. Go ahead and kick it up a gear. Yep, 11 miles an hour. Well, high 11. Pedal assist number 3, we had to kick it up a couple gears, and we are rocking at 15 miles an hour. Pedal assist number 4. All right, I've moved it all the way into gear 8. And see, that feels good. That feels good. We're doing 16.9 miles an hour. And then pedal assist number 5. And pedal assist 5 at 20 miles an hour. That's what I thought it would be. We're in gear 8, so we're in the tallest gear we can be in. And it feels comfortable. I don't feel any ghost pedaling. I mean, I don't think I can pedal any faster. Let's see. Nah, we're good. You know, I probably should have just did the whole review in class 2 and not unlocked the bike. Although I do like going faster when there's no huge amount of cargo on the bike. So it's good to know that I can bounce between by just changing some settings. Now that we have knocked out those 2 basics, normally I do all these other kind of tests, like speed tests and stuff like that. This is a cargo bike. I don't feel like that's what the focus is when it comes to somebody like interested in a bike. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do some brake testing, and we're gonna do some hill climbing without any cargo on the back. And then I'm gonna go ahead and run to the store, pick up some cases of water, put some weight on the back of this thing, and run those 2 tests again. Plus, I also think that it's super important to see how this bike rides with weight on the back of it. Instead of, I mean, I could ride this thing around all day and not have any issues and not really be able to tell you a lot about this bike besides the specs that I've already told you and telling you how nice it rides. But that's not what we're interested in, is it? Yeah, me neither. Let's talk size and fit of this bike. Now, number 1, it's a long bike. It is 78 inches long. And normally I tell you how I get it into the garage by lifting it up. At this bike, we just gotta make sure that I have enough room to fit these in, and I just push it in. There's no pulling back or lifting this bike up. But let's talk about the seating. With this seat, since it's adjustable, if you have the rack on here, the basket, it's gonna stop it right here. And I don't think you wanna rest your butt with that on there, so you're at least going to want to have it lifted up a little bit. Now let's see how high it goes. I have a mark for highest part right there. That is your highest setting. Don't forget, it does have an adjustable stem, so you can adjust how high that you have that. I like that feature a lot. All right, so we're just going to put that back down there. So now we know what it looks like on both ways, whether you have it up or down. I'm sure if you didn't have this on the back and you were carrying like kids or something like that, you can go down a little bit farther. So right now, let's go ahead, test it out on the hills, test it out on braking, and then we're gonna throw some weight in the back of this bad boy. All right, we're here to do the brake test. We don't have any weight on the bike. I have in pedal assist 5. We're gonna go as fast as we can, and then we're gonna hit the brakes and see how well these brakes work. Woo. We were doing every bit 25 miles an hour. We hit the brakes here. Let's see how far we went. Well, that brought it back a little bit. So we're 28 feet is where we stopped. All right, we're gonna do it again, and then we're gonna add weight to this thing and run the whole test one more time. Brake test number 2. Let's go. Ooh, look at that. About the same distance. Okay, so we know 28 feet is going to be the baseline to go with for the brake test. When I had everything out of it and I was riding, this piece kind of pops up and makes like a little popping noise. And I think that can be easily fixed by just putting a hole in it and running some zip ties. It's not like I'm not going to use this thing. This is always going to be on here. But so you don't want it to pop So I just think a couple zip ties will keep it down and take away that issue. Right now we're gonna head to Target. We're gonna grab some water, load this bike up, and run it through these tests. Because of the tire in the front being bigger, well, that seems to make this bike ride just like a normal bike, which I think is really freaking awesome. You don't feel like you're on a cargo bike. Oh my gosh, the squeaky wheel. I did this with the other cargo bike that I have, so we're putting 2 of these in there. Oh, yep. Nice. Oh, there we go. That fits in nicely. Here is where the real testing comes in. I have put 64 bottles of water on the back of this bike, and we're going to see how it handles with all this weight on it. Yeah, the big tire in the front, that's a definite help. All right, riding it right now, I can tell you that there's not much difference in how this bike handles between it not having weight on it and it having cargo in the back. Ooh, I kind of felt that on that turn a little bit, but you know what? It's going to be that way with either bike that you get. You're going to feel when that water shifted on the back rack, well, you're going to feel it. There's just no other way around it. Now, having a bike that'll do more than 20 miles an hour is fine, just like on normal, if you're riding it without any cargo, but I don't think that's something I want to do with cargo on the back. So, although it will do it, doesn't mean you have to. Oop. Hello, sir.
Nope.
Well, you know, I have this backpack on my back, and then I remembered that I also have my cargo net. So why? Ooh, is that going to fall over? Oh, we're on an angle a little bit. All right, let's go ahead and fix that. There we go. Turn it that way, because, you know, more aerodynamic. It's not going to matter. Wow, it's like a ball of Christmas tree lights. Yowza. Yeah, we're getting it. I like this idea. Don't know if it's going to work. Here we go. We have this thing straight. I don't know how it's going to... This might be disastrous. I don't know. Let's find out. Let's go take off. That takeoff, a little bit unstable. But now that we're moving, we're good. I don't think I'll be doing a brake test with all this weight on the back. I'll do it with the water on there, but I don't think I'm going to do it with the camera bag on there as well. All right, taking off. Didn't seem like it was dragging any with this amount of weight on the back. Look, look, look. See me, see me. Oh, better turn on my light. There we go. Yeah, now that I'm moving, it feels really good, to be honest. I feel pretty secure with it. I mean, when you start doing the wobbly stuff like this, well, that water likes to shift a little bit, and you'll feel that. But could I take this cargo and go a long way with it safely? Yeah, I feel that I can. I'm very curious to see how it's going to make it up a hill with this much weight on it. I'm sure I'll probably have to pedal it. I don't know. That's where we're going to go. Let's go find out. I have another cargo bike that I've reviewed, and I use it often whenever I'm picking up groceries and I don't want to drive the car, which is more times than I want to drive the car and pick up groceries. So I use that bike a lot. And right now, this one feels more stable with the weight on the back. And I'm pretty sure it's because of that big wheel that they have up here in the front. Oh, there it is. I'm showing you that we have the 2 cases of water on there. I took my backpack off, and we are going to do the hill climb test. I'm going to put this thing in pedal assist number 5. I don't expect it to make it up this hill. I really don't. By just throttle. So let's go and see. Oh my gosh. I think that... Oh, yes. Get out of here. That is awesome. I did not think this little climbing monster That is super impressive. All right, you know what? I'm gonna add the other backpack and see if it'll do it. All right, I now have the backpack on top of the water on the back of here. We're in pedal assist number 5. Oh, it's a little wobbly when you first get on it. All right, here we go. Let's give it a shot. Oh, this is a little engine that could. Yeah, perfect. All right, that is super impressive. Once you get used to the weight, it's not an issue at all. The weather is starting to change. It's become windier, it's become cooler. I mean, actually, it's really nice now. I'm not near as hot as I was, but that tells me a storm's coming in. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do the brake test with this. I've already done it without weight on it, and now we're gonna do it with weight on it. We just gotta get there. But I have to tell you, I am impressed on how this bike rides with this much weight on it. All right, let's go ahead and do brake test number 1. The wind is picking up. I got some storm clouds. Trying to get this done. Let's go, baby, let's go. Pick up the speed, let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. I still have my bag on the back. Oh my gosh. We did under 25 feet with all this weight on here. We're like 24 3/4. Get out of here. So the more weight you put on this, the more, the better it brakes. Does that make sense? We're gonna give this a try again. That can't be right. I'm gonna go back even farther to make sure I'm hitting the full speed. And then we'll see. This is brake test number 2. Oh gosh, the clouds are coming in. Let's go. I've gone back really far because I want to make sure I hit full speed. You know, I think it's only fair that I'm hitting full speed as I did before. And we are at 25. You've got to be kidding me. So it doesn't, the more weight you put on this bike, the better it stops. That is insane. That was under 25. Well, I was like, if you look at the front tire, I was like right at 25 feet. I mean, I have bikes that have less weight in it that doesn't stop that quick. This 4-brake system, it's the bomb. And I have never felt more secure and safe and controlled when hitting these brakes, especially with weight on it. Wow, okay. Velotric, you guys did something here, man. That's awesome. All right, guys, I have made it back. We've beaten the rain so far. It looks like it's about to rain any second now, but that's totally fine. It still gives me time to talk about what I like and don't like about this bike. What I do love about it, not even like, what I love about it is the brakes on this bike. They are amazing. The 4-piston with all this weight and the way that it stopped that it did, well, that's incredible. I mean, really, it really is. I like how the seat feels. I don't see me switching that out anytime soon. I really like the fact that there is this big tire on the front, makes everything feel more stable and things like that. Now, what I would, not that I don't like, right, that I see needs improvement, is that the bottom of this bag pops if you're just riding it around. So I mentioned earlier, well, we're just gonna drill some holes in there and just zip tie it to the frame itself, or maybe put some little Velcro strips so that it's connected to the frame and doesn't pop up whenever you hit a bump. That's like such a small thing. Hopefully they're coming out with some panniers, because if they do, that would be awesome, and then I could pick up all kinds of stuff. If not, I'm gonna have to look for some non-Velotric panniers that I can put in on the side. The last thing would be that when you're at 25 miles an hour and you're in gear 8, you're right at that edge of ghost pedaling, and that could be improved. Now, I 100% know that if this bike was still locked and you only were able to go 20 miles an hour, all of that would have felt totally fine. But as I've told you before, if I can unlock a bike, well, I'm gonna unlock it and test it that way. Now, if you are interested in Velotric's Packer 1, well, go ahead, click on my link below. That's going to take you right to their website. Not only does that help out the channel a little bit if you decide to purchase one, but it also lets Velotric know that you value my videos. If you are interested in any of the accessories that I added onto this bike, well, they'll also be in the description as well. So that's it. That's everything that I have right now for the Packer 1. And the next time you see this bike on video, I'm going to put it head to head with Avington's Abound. So I appreciate you guys for watching, and until I see you again, enjoy the ride.